Hello everyone. My name is Anagha, and in today's workshop, we'll be doing the still life study using acrylics. So, this is the reference. Okay. So, this is the reference that we'll be painting. So, in this, you'll be requiring only very minimal colors. That is mainly yellow, green, and blue. Yellow, brown, green, blue. These are the main colors along with black and white. These are the colors. I guess it was explained in that materials list. So this is what we'll be doing today. I mean, I actually tried it on a canvas panel, but for today's thing, we'll be painting on this. It's a canvas pad from Zen Sangam. It's their new launch. Explaining how to draw. Okay, so let's start with the materials. So this is the canvas pad that we'll be using today. It's Zen Sangam's new launch. So as it's seen here, it's an A6. It's a square canvas pad of size 6 x 6 inch. You'll get 10 sheets in this. So these are actually canvas textured, as you can see. It's just similar to canvas, but it's in the form of a pad. Then it's actually primed, so you don't have to use any gesso or any gesso layers to before you start painting. So this is actually a very nice product. Even the texture is really good to paint. So if you guys haven't bought it, do check out their website in order to order this. So yeah, this is what we'll be using today. And so this is the base that we'll be using, and it's acrylics. So as I mentioned earlier, we'll be using very few colors. That is, I'll be using yellow. Like if you have different types of yellow, it's well and good. So I actually have lemon yellow, and actually this is not required, but yellow ochre. If you don't have yellow ochre, you can use brown instead, because in order to achieve this color, we can mix yellow with brown in different ratios. And this is for the lemon part. And next we have green, black, blue, and white. So these are the colors that I'll be using. So next is the brush. Okay, you can use any round or flat brush. The background will be done using a flat brush. This is actually not a flat brush, but you can use any, bigger brushes. And these are the round brushes I have. Okay, I don't know the size. This is size 6 from Faber-Castell, and a 0 brush. This is just for detailing. Even if you don't have a thin brush, a smaller one, you can use the tip of this bigger brush to mark the details. So then most importantly, you need all these things along with the mixing plate and water, and also a waste cloth in order to clean your brushes. So let me first tell you about the how to sketch. We'll be doing the sketching part first. So in order to get this, actually the first step here is to break down the entire painting into, smaller shapes, like easy and comfortable shapes. For example, for this entire painting, I'll be first using oval shape. So 1 second. Yeah, so this is the page, and I'll first mark where the entire thing would come. So I'll be painting this over the surface, within this part. So yeah, I'm using a pencil to sketch lightly. Don't make it dark. I'm just marking. Okay, this is too big. Okay, the lemon will come somewhere here in the center. So I'll start making an oval shape here like this. I'm not fully covering the paper. instead, I'm just marking a small oval shape, somewhat like this. Okay, it may not be any perfect shape. So this is the oval shape. So we'll be placing, okay, I'm actually rubbing it off because it's a little thick. So I'll be placing the lemons inside the circle. So let me first place the lemons in this shape. So I'll start with the one here, the last one. So I'll make an oval shape like this. And the next one over here. Okay, and the next one. The next one will actually be overlapping this one and this oval a little bit. Okay, I'll show it this way. It'll take a little part from the last lemon and the one here. So yeah, this is how it will be looking. Yeah, so these are the shapes. So you can now erase of the other unwanted parts. So yeah, make sure the sketch is not too dark. I'm rubbing it off because it was a little dark. You can now clear the unwanted lines in between the lemons. So it will look somewhat like this. I'll start with the one in the front. It's like this. So this is the first shape. So after this, we'll be marking a few details. That is, it won't be exactly in this perfect shape. So instead, we'll be altering a little at both the ends. So this was our axis first.
Can you wait for 5?
At both the ends, like we said that this was the axis. So here and here we'll make a few changes. That is, you can rub off both the ends. And here make a small curve like this. Where the stem, this is where the stem will be coming. So a small thing like this. And a small curve like this. It's not a pointed thing, but a curved version of a V. Similarly, I'll be doing the same for all the three, like the other two. So this was the axis. So here I'll make a little change. Doesn't need to be a huge change, just a little, a small curve would do. And also here, a small extension. And for the third one, this was the axis. So, okay, let's make this one a little smaller than the other two. That is only a little bend is like this would do. Now, opposite to this curve, mark something like this. A curve. Yeah. So the leaf will be somewhere over here, few leaves. So the first one, you need not complete the leaf. Somewhat like this. You just have to paint. So next we'll be sketching somewhere over here. And this is the center, like top one. So this will be fully visible. Okay. Okay. Making the leaf a little bigger. Okay, you can also check the chat, the reference images shared there. And one just below this. So this is how it will look. You don't have to finish these two leaves. This is the one over the top, on the top. So only this will be fully visible. The other two leaves are somewhat lying. So this is how it would look. Next is the stem. Don't make a straight line. Instead, bend it a little. And let's mark the stem that way. Make it a little thick, not too thick. And then an extension for the leaf. Yeah, this would do. Can change the shape of the lemon accordingly, like according to your wish. Okay. Like this looks quite dark, so I'm rubbing it off. Since we are using yellow, sometimes if the paint is not opaque enough, the sketch would be visible. So, and also since this is a light color, it will mostly be visible. So I'm just rubbing it off. Like don't rub it off completely. If you have an idea where the things are, like where this lemon is, where the leaves are, it's like that's all you need to know. So I'm just rubbing it off. We'll slowly start with yellow, that is lemon yellow. This is the color that I'll be using. Okay, let me take a little lemon yellow first. Okay. All you need to do is to fill the lemons now. Like you can take a round brush. Like you just need to do one layer of lemon yellow on all these three lemons. If you're not able to, you don't have to cover the, leave place for the stem and leaf. You can actually paint over it. Now you got an idea, right, where the leaf and stem would be. So once we finish painting the lemon, we can paint over that. So I'm now completely covering this with lemon yellow. If you guys have yellow ochre, it's fine. Like it's good. This is the color. So if you don't have yellow ochre, slowly, I mean, very little amount of brown or burnt sienna along with lemon yellow will like it would give that color. So let me first show you. I have enough yellow here. So I'm adding yellow ochre. So I'm not adding yellow ochre as such. Instead, I'm adding this. I'm slowly building up the layer. So the thing is, I'll take a little lemon yellow first and a drop of, we are gradually coming to this tone. So for that, I'm taking lemon yellow and a little bit of yellow ochre. You won't see much difference first, but slowly, layer by layer, once you finish it, you'll understand that there is a gradual change in the color. So 1 second, let me show you. So if you have a rough paper, you can actually paint paint and see the color. So this is lemon yellow. And this one is the next tone. The color is not that different, but like, I don't know if it is visible in the camera. You can see a slight change. So that's what we need. Lemon yellow with the other color that you told. So this is the color. And what I'm doing is, so this is the highlighted part. I mean, somewhere over here. In the other, in other lemons, it is here and here. So apart, like other than that area, let's slowly start shading this darker part. That is, I'll slowly start from this corner of the lemon. And you don't have to, we made an arc kind of thing here, right? First, let's mark that using this color. I've marked this. And then slowly build up few layers like this. Leave this part as a whole. And somewhat you'll be doing only in the corners. So I'm not painting the part that is below this arc thing. So I'm only painting above this. So if you're not getting a proper blend, what I'll be doing is I'm taking yellow, the lemon yellow part again, just the plain lemon yellow, and I'm just mixing it in the like at the edges, like where the new paint and lemon yellow meets. I'm running a layer between them so that you'll get a blend, a better blend. I'm using lemon yellow, just lemon yellow to paint along the edges of this part. So yeah. So once you have finished this, we'll be doing the same for this one and this one. So same way, I'm taking lemon yellow and a bit of yellow ochre. And I'm just mixing these two colors. So in this side. So first let me mark the border where these two lemons separate. And over here. So yeah. And slowly you can, shade this part. Just leave an oval shape here. Other than that, you can fill this color. Yeah. Somewhat like this. Now, same way, I'm using just lemon yellow and smudging it. You can see there is a difference. Like you can differentiate these two lemons now. It's because of the shadows that we just made. Now you can see that this part and this part is light enough than the other part of the lemon. Okay. So I just use lemon yellow to mix this corner. So same way, we'll be painting this lemon. As I told earlier, that this is the part where the highlighted area would come. So, like, just imagine this to be an oval shape and cover the other part with this color. Okay, now, so I'm marking this part. Okay, there is a bend over here, right? So first let's mark that. You won't be painting. This is somewhat like this. You won't paint here. Same way, you won't be painting here. And instead, leave that part and fill the other side with this color. It's difficult to differentiate these two lemons now. Like, but after a few layering, it will be clearly visible. So once you're done with this color, I'm taking lemon yellow, how we did earlier, and I'm just mixing it. Okay, I'm mixing it here. Where this color ends, I'm adding lemon yellow over there and just blending the two colors. Lemon yellow. The main color here is lemon yellow because we'll be mixing almost every color with this. So for the next layer, I'll be taking similarly lemon yellow and yellow ochre, but in a different ratio. The thing is, I'll be adding more yellow ochre here, comparing the previous mixture. Don't make it too dark, but a shade higher than the previous one. See, a little bit is enough. We'll be actually repeating the same process. So let's mark this here first. And then here in this corner. And then mainly this side. It's not necessary to have a wet brush. Like you don't have to clean your brush now. Even if you don't have paint on it, just simply do it like this because it gives you a texture. See, I don't have any paint on this. I'm just running my brush like this for some texture purpose. So if you find it a bit irregular, you can always adjust it with lemon yellow. So you can always use lemon yellow to, just. Okay, the same way. For the lemon behind, you can add the same, using the same colors, that is lemon yellow and a bit of yellow ochre. You can increase the shade here, like it may not be the same one that we used for the first lemon. I'm adding more yellow ochre. So this is actually a tone darker, not much. Yeah. Same way, I'll not fully color the previous layer. Instead, just a little touch in the corners, especially where these two lemons meet. Okay. I'm using lemon yellow to just blend it. You can directly use the color. You don't have to mix it or something. The thing is, I'm not, cleaning my brush. I'm using lemon yellow again to just blend the color. So the process is same. I'll be doing the same here in the third lemon. See, I'm just marking a line like this on both sides and also the one here. Okay. Yeah. So I'll be taking a little bit of brown, a very little. So to this mixture of lemon yellow, I'll be adding yellow ochre, lemon yellow, yellow ochre, and a bit of brown to increase the tone. Okay, not too much, but it should get along with these colors. So it's actually helpful to, do a test run with your colors before you start on your original painting. So, yeah, this is kind of dark enough, I guess. In order to get it darker, I'm using brown. So only in a few places we'll be using colors, this color. That is, okay, I'll first tell you. In the first lemon, mark a line like this. And the thin line, not fully touching, using the same color. For the third lemon, I'm just taking brown. Okay, my yellow's over. So I'll mix it directly here. I think the shadow part is over. Let me tell you the colors for the highlight part. Lemon yellow with, oh, sorry, don't have to add too much of white. So you are not using white directly, just how we slowly, gradually change the color. Now you will be going from this color to a lighter version of this. That is, for that, take lemon yellow. Take not too much. A little is enough. It's just a little bit of highlight. So with white, you can first mix equal amounts of white and lemon yellow. So this is a shade lighter, as you can see. So what I'll be doing is, I don't want to completely shift to a lighter part. So I'm taking a little more lemon yellow. The thing is, it should be a lighter version of lemon yellow. So this part, I'll slowly, dab my brush like this. I'm just pressing it onto the paper. I'm not painting. I'm just, pressing it like this. So this is how it is. This is how it will look. You don't have to cover this fully. Okay. This won't be much visible on the camera, but you can actually find the difference while you paint. Again, lemon yellow with white. And I'll repeat the same on other lemon as well. Okay, so you need to add a little bit here also, like this side, this corner. And also same way this side, a little. You can slowly see that there is a slight graduation from lemon yellow to, especially here you can see. Okay, now the same way, we'll be adding a little more white to the same previous mixture. See. Don't take pure white now. A tone lighter than our previous color. So now don't do on the same areas. Instead, just do in a smaller area now. Like somewhat here. Is it clear? And also on a smaller part here. I'm not painting completely on where I did earlier. Instead, I guess we are done with the lemon part. Okay, you can take a little white, just a dot. I'm using this small brush, small round one. And using plain white, I'm just marking a few dots here and there. And also here. It's not that visible, but still. Okay. So I think we are done with the lemon part. Lemon yellow is actually one main color that we are using today. So the green, I'm using a sap green. Okay, I'm taking green. This sap green. The somewhat olive green. Lemon yellow. I'm adding a little bit of lemon yellow to this color. First, let's paint the middle leaf. For that, first mark the center part of the leaf with this color. I'm slowly adding lemon yellow to this mixture, the one that we just made. And I'm making another layer just around it. Now add more lemon yellow. And the thing is, towards the outer part, it will be lighter. And the center part is a bit dark. Okay, it's not that visible, by the way. I'm taking green, like lemon yellow directly. I'm not cleaning the brush. There is no water on it. So I'm taking lemon yellow and I'm directly applying it in this edge. I think it's fine. So now take lemon yellow. You don't have to clean the brush. Take lemon yellow directly and at the tip of these leaves, just mark it. Okay, I'm taking a little black now. It's too much of black. Black, a little brown, a very little, a dot would do, and white. Now for the stem, I'm taking a little white, black, and a bit of brown. So you'll get somewhat a grayish, not gray, but somewhat similar to that. So this is the color that I got. First, let's mark a line like this. And as I mentioned earlier, slightly bent. I think this is it for the lemon part. Now we'll be doing the background. We'll need blue, black, and white. So this is actually Persian blue, and we need white and black. Okay, 1 second. Okay, we need to take blue. So I'll be mixing in this. So I'll take blue. Blue. I already have black. Actually, I have a bottle paint of white. So I'm adding white to this. First, I'll try mixing. I'm using a bigger brush. For this, you can use a flat brush. So let me first mix blue and white. So this is the color that we got. And I'm adding a drop, just a dot of black first. So it's still blue. So I'm adding a little more black, not too much. So mine is still bluish. So I'm adding a bit of black again. Okay, don't add too much of black. I should have mixed it in a bigger plate. That's fine. Okay, let me check the color first. Make sure you keep checking your colors before you paint directly. So this is the color that I'll be using. I guess it is fine. Create it. I mean, you need to make another batch, then you can use it. So I'm actually just painting around the corner. Like I'll first mark the border. Same thing. Okay. So for the shadows, I'll be using the same colors. It's just a darker version of this color. That is a very bright, like very dark version. For this, I'm using Prussian blue. And okay, my black has dried. So I'm taking a drop of black would do, by the way. Drop of black. So you won't find any difference now. So add a bit of white. Like I'm not adding too much of white, just a dot. See, this is the darkest version. So this is the color. So what I'm doing is I'm preparing it in like a little more because I need to cover a few areas. So in order to smudge the, defined borders, I'll add a little water to this paint, like a drop would do. So you can see it's a bit watery. So I'll run my brush around these edges a little. Over here. Here, here, and here. Now with just wet brush, like not too much wet, you can, just smudge. With the same diluted version of this paint, I'm just marking a little. Just one side. With that, it's over.